this episode of Out of the Box Gaming, some people would 10 out of 10 not recommend some games. We made a game out of it, and we 10 out of 10 do recommend that you listen to it. So power up your favorite console, press play, and enjoy gaming with us.
What's up, gamers? Welcome to Out of the Box Gaming. I'm your host, McCart, and I'm joined by Lindsay.
That's me. I still don't have a fun name, do I? If you are joining us for the first time...
Go on. Sorry.
Oh. If you are joining us for the first time, or the 72nd time, not 72nd-ist.
What are you talking about? It says 72nd.
72nd time. We would like to welcome you. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
We're a gaming podcast where we talk about all types of games like video games, board games, card games. You name it, and we may or have talked about it. And sometimes we talk about, the nerdy news in the gaming world just so we know what's going on and to keep you informed.
That's right, guys. And if you would like, and even if you wouldn't, please join our Discord. If there's something you want us to talk about, please feel free to drop your suggestions in the topic ideas and discussion questions text channel. And there's just a whole other lot of fun going on over there. So join us.
Yeah. All right. So time for the trivia question.
Question mark.
If you've been here before, we used to do this whenever we had Will as a co-host. But we haven't done it in a while until last time. And we decided to bring it back, but we're just making it mostly for you listeners. So today's trivia question is, what United States president, I figured I would, do something since we just had President's Day.
Right.
What United States president was asked and declined to voice the in-game president character in Fallout 3?
When did Fallout 3 come out?
No idea.
Oh, well, hopefully you do know. And that's a great question, Nick.
I think I was in high school.
Thank you for finding that question for us. And we'll share the answer with you at the end of this episode, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So stick around and join our Discord.
All right, so for this episode, we just thought we would do like a fun little game. You can play along, but Lindsay and I, we're basically going to play a game where we're just going to go back and forth. And we're going to read each other bad reviews that someone gave a video game. We just decided that we would just do video games this time because we'll probably play this game again in the future. But yeah, these are bad reviews that someone gave a video game, and we are trying to guess what that game is.
Yes. And when we say bad review, we mean like they did not like the game.
Yes.
But also some of these are very grammatically bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to warn you because it was a little cringy.
These are not necessarily games that are bad. These were just bad reviews that someone gave the game.
Right.
So yeah. So I guess we can get into it.
Yeah, I hope you were okay with like going back and forth because I just sort of inserted that.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
I had to look at my list to see what it was.
Yeah, I've got a list on my phone too with the answers.
Okay, so the first question, or it's not a question, it's a review.
Question.
Sorry. Normally things are questions.
And folks, please feel free to play along with us.
Yeah.
You probably have a better chance than I do of getting these right. Nick did say that these are all ones that I've heard of at least.
Yeah. I think Lindsay will get some of them. Maybe all of them.
Okay. Mine are probably too easy, but.
All right. So the first one is, we did not put who these reviews were from.
We did get them all. You got all yours?
Yes, I got all of mine from Metacritic.
Yes, that's where I got all of mine.
All right. This person said, this game is a crime. Pure and simple. This is maybe $20 worth of content being offered at full price. After an opening scene lifted whole cloth from The Incredibles, you're tossed right into the game, which is essentially an arcade FPS. There's zero character backstory. There's zero character progression. If you stick with your favorite character, you will not unlock items for that character any faster. If you thought Evolve and Rainbow Six Siege were small games, then you'll be even more annoyed with this.
Okay. So my first thought...
And I will say, real quick, not all of these reviews are, like recent. Some of these could be years old.
Yeah.
Like whenever the game came out. So things could have changed.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, that's accurate with some of mine too.
Okay.
So my first initial thought was Marvel's Avengers. But I just don't know. $20 worth of content, zero character progression. Well, see, that's not true with Marvel's Avengers, but you had to. That was late game. There was character. Oh. FPS is first person shooter,
yes,
right?
I was about to be like, there's like a key thing in there that should tell you that it's not Marvel's Avengers.
Through what's in my brain, okay? So I'm thinking FPS, first person shooter. So that's first person point of view, right? So like Overwatch is FPS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call of Duty, Overwatch.
Right.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Incredibles like intro. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Could it be Overwatch? I know. I mean, I get the if you stick with a favorite character, you will not unlock items for that character any faster. That totally fits with Overwatch because it's just random whatever the loot boxes give you, and you can. I'm gonna say Overwatch.
All right. Well, Lindsay, it is Overwatch.
Oh, and I get the opening scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Woo. Woo. Got one down. Okay. Are you ready for yours?
Yes.
So I inserted the word redacted, because I wanted, to get kind of spy-like for no reason. For anything that I needed to take out, including the name and anything.
Yeah, there was,
made.
And the one I just read, this person, they mentioned loot boxes with the character thing, and I had to take that out because that would have gave it away.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
The most disappointing part of Redacted is that there is a fun game buried somewhere beneath a pile of microtransactions, overly complicated features, and repetitive grindy gameplay. The game is designed specifically to be addictive without being satisfying. Like penny slots in Vegas, the game keeps you itching for just one more loot box. I figured I'd leave that in. Lots of games have loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
You can either grind for a few hours to earn loot boxes or buy them with your hard-earned cash. You only need to know 2 words to understand why this game is so heavily monetized. Redacted Publishing.
I feel like I've read this review.
What's sad is that probably 5 games popped in your mind that this could have fit with.
As soon as you said the microtransactions, my first thought obviously went to EA because that was a thing that they would do in the past. I mean, I'm not really sure they do that as much anymore, like as hardcore as what they did. Head of grinding gameplay, be addicted without being satisfying. More loot boxes. You can either grind for a few hours to earn loot boxes or buy them with your hard-earned cash. Okay. Okay, well, there is one that definitely came to mind, and it had a big issue with the microtransactions when the game first came out. But I know that EA has made changes with the game, and it actually became, rather popular towards the end. And I know we played it for a little bit. And I'm thinking, and I'm hoping that this is Star Wars Battlefront 2 made by EA.
Is that your final
Yes,
answer?
it is.
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
This is Fortnite, not the Battle Royale. But the original that they've dropped, that they're not doing anything with. The
Save the World thing?
Yes.
Ow.
Yes. This is Fortnite Save the World.
Okay, but still.
And from all, I've read through several of them before I picked this one, and we played it briefly.
Yeah, we didn't play much of it.
Don't remember, but everything I saw was like, this is a pay to win. Like people kept saying like, you can't unlock what you need to without spending real money. So
well, we never came to that point.
But I mean, Epic dropped it, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you still can play it from what it is. They just don't do anything with it.
I mean, I don't regret buying it because I still log in every time I get on Fortnite, daily to get. I don't log on to Fortnite daily anymore, but we've made it our money's worth back in the V-Bucks that we get from the daily login.
But seriously, I feel like I could still I assume the redacted was.
So that was Fortnite, the most disappointing part of Fortnite, and then at the end it was Red Box Public. I don't remember what the publishing was. It wasn't Epic.
Okay,
it was. I think this was an early on review.
I feel like you could just that same thing could apply to a bunch of other games.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I scanned over this one. I think I know what it is. I'm ready though.
Okay. Next one. If not for the brand, this is just another generic first-person shooter game. Lack of content at what?
Cyberpunk.
Lack of content at launch, which is the first time in the series, brings nothing new to the plate for an already saturated genre. Although the game has been delayed for a year. Sorry, I just saw the
icons. Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Although the game has been delayed for a year, more time is needed, especially to overhaul the graphic or even making new in-game engine to take advantage on the power of the new gen consoles.
Okay, it's no longer Cyberpunk because of the first time in the series.
Yes.
Though I do agree, if not for the brand, another yeah. So it's in a series, brings nothing new to the play. First person shooter. Okay, these are my clues. Has it come out yet?
Yes.
Okay, because at the time of it had been okay. It was just their wording. Okay, so it had been delayed. More time is needed, especially to overhaul the graphic. So new gen. So I assume this is a newer game because I assume new gen is talking about the PS5, the
Xbox Series X and S.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Call of Duty, right? Is that your final answer?
Do I have to, if it was Call of Duty, do I need to specify?
No, because there's only one that came out.
Yeah, Cold War, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Call of Duty, Cold War.
This is Halo Infinite.
Oh, which, is almost Call of Duty, so.
First-person shooter. Generic one. And I want to be honest, like, I have not finished Halo Infinite. I played whenever it came out, and I just have not gone back to it. Like, there's nothing about it that has kept me wanting to keep playing. So.
Okay. I'll take the L on that one. You ready for your next one?
Yeah.
Now, folks, this is a cringeworthy grammar.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
There's a lot of red lines on the Word document. It's not playable. I mean, I'm going to read it how they say it. It's not playable. Only cheaters, with a capital C, in the lobby. If continue, I delete the game. It is so boring to play. Redacted. Doesn't ban this people, and they break the game. If a cheater kills 75 people in the lobby, he broke meta game.
Okay, just from the poor grammar, cheaters.
It's not playable.
Not playable.
No, playable. They did not put playable. A second A in that word.
I'm going to go Call of Duty. Just from these clues that I'm getting. Bad grammar.
I will.
Ban. Cheaters.
I will need you to be specific.
Warzone.
Yes. Yes, it is Warzone. I did not feel like I could just accept Call of Duty. Yes. This is Warzone. And I knew you would get it, but I had to put that in.
Yeah. I mean, the cheaters just gave
and
away.
I just can't help but wonder if he ever deleted the game.
Yeah.
Because it continued. It still continues.
Yeah. Hey, if that person wrote that review, if you remember and you're listening, let us know if you deleted the game or not.
I wonder if there was some sort of translate that went to the process of getting these few sentences.
Playable.
Yeah. Okay, so we both have one correct.
Yeah.
We each did 5, right?
Yes. Okay, next one.
Oh, what if, because it's, you see out of 5 stars, what if however many we get correct out of the 5 is our review? If you get 3, you're a 3 out of 5, Nick.
Whoa. Okay.
We won't get 5 out of 5, either one of us, so.
No.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. The game has been made not for the fans, but for the corporate suits. Mm-hmm. It is constantly wanting to dip into your wallet whilst giving nothing worthy in return. The campaign is very short, but okay. Once you finish the campaign, there's nothing left to keep you interested unless you enjoy fighting the same enemy types over and over and over again as boring environments. Anybody who isn't sure whether to buy the game, I would say wait until it has a couple of price drops. If you like grind, spending money on finishing moves, and pointless loot, then this game might be good for you. Otherwise, leave it.
I'm sticking with it. This is Marvel's Avengers.
This is...
I used to do that every time.
Marvel's Avengers. Yeah.
I'm at least a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, there was a lot of clues in there to give it away.
Well, I was like, campaign's very short, right? But what got me was fighting the same enemy types over and over again in boring environments. Yeah. I was like, yep, it's Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah, I couldn't be I couldn't find a lot of really hard ones because I wanted you to be able to get some.
You ready?
Cool.
This one's a little bit longer.
Yep, I'm ready.
Cool does not answer a question, by the way. It does not answer a yes or no question. Okay. I've put about 20 hours into this game so far, but that's as much as it's getting. Redacted. Looks amazing and is technically very impressive, but is just utterly boring. It's bad enough that you have to bathe and shave, but why make it so painfully slow? Getting around the world is tedious, making even the otherwise fun activities like hunting a chore. You can only carry one carcass at a time and have to drop them off at your camp, and you move glacially slowly around the camp. I might have given you too much information.
Oh yeah, I've already gotten it. I just wanted you to keep going.
The controls are awkward and combat is weak. How it has a 97 from the pro reviewers is a mystery, but it probably involved pots of money. This game is just a waste of your time, money, and 100 gigabytes of disk space. A real shame because if you removed all the junk and tweaked the controls and combat, there's probably a decent game in there.
Yeah. I want to say when you got to the shave part, I think I figured it out. And I'm 100% or we'll just say 99% confident that this is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, it is. It is Red Dead Redemption 2. Is it really that slow?
I didn't do it that much because I gave my character, gave Arthur Morgan a beard.
Yeah, well, but he also says that, like, you move glacially slowly around the camp.
Yes. Yeah, that was one thing I absolutely hated, was I could not move faster going around the camp, and it bothered me so much.
Look, I'm going to step up on my soapbox that I do pretty much every episode. And I'm speaking to developers here. If there's not a sprint button...
No, there is.
You don't want it.
There is a sprint button, but not in the camp.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
You're able to move fast when you get to a certain point outside the camp, and I was just... Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's awful.
Mm.
Especially, and then you are going, you could go around and do chores or whatever to pull your weight at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just it took so long to do the chores. And I was like, I want to do these, to be good, but at the same time, I don't want to do them.
Yeah. Okay, so we both have 2. And I'm pretty sure I know this next one, because when I was putting these in, I glanced at the first line. I was like, okay, I'm ready.
For me and my wife, this game is a nightmare. Mm-hmm. This game is too difficult for casual players. My wife is insufferably terrible at this, and I would literally need to wait a half hour for her to figure out what to do. There needs to be an easy mode or handicap for casual players. The only thing this game did was ignite my frustration and anger at my wife after we spent an hour on one of the bosses getting in 0 shots and being totally confused by the controls. Even though the game is beautifully designed, I must judge this based on its effect. We both hate this game.
This is It Takes Two.
Yes.
And you know what? I love it. And... So what did you think of about the boss? Which boss did you envision?
Oh, no, they put the boss in there, but I took it out.
Oh, can I guess?
Sure.
Was it the giant, mechanical, yellow jacket bee wasp thing?
The beetle thing?
No.
I think it was a beetle what the boss was for them.
Because I was thinking, where you had to slide behind, but okay. Yeah, never mind. But that could have been the one they were referring to. I don't know. I just know I think it was a beetle that they said, but I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. Those are different. So. Woo! Okay, ready for your next one?
Uh-huh.
My next one has a list of pros and cons. If you want to call this a list. Pros. Free to play. Oh, wait, it is not.
Okay.
That's it for pros. Cons. Free to play economy and paid game. Contains paywalls. Game is lying to players about XP gains. Players are banned for using Discord.
This is probably the hardest one that you gave me.
Yeah. Though I didn't know if the last one would help. Players banned for using Discord.
Yeah, that one just throws me off.
That.
No.
I hadn't heard about it.
Game is lying to players about XP gains. I feel like that might be the big hint here. Contains paywalls. Free-to-play economy and paid game. I don't know. Okay, so whenever it says free-to-play, I'm guessing it is actually a free-to-play game, but you can use real money.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's difficult. So I mean, like, is it fine for me to ask, like, a couple hints? Have I played this game?
Yes.
Okay. That was all I was going to ask. Okay, so my first... I don't know about the whole XP gains, because I don't know what game would has lied about that. But I'm going to guess League of Legends.
No.
Okay.
This is Destiny 2. And I saw another reviewer talking about being banned for using Discord.
See, I didn't know. I don't know anything about that.
Now this, I didn't like, because when I typed in Destiny 2 in Metacritic, like all the expansions came up. This was straight up Destiny 2. This was, I think, early on.
See, and I wasn't sure about the whole players ban using Discord, because I know League has its own like voice chat thing in there. No. And I know they and I mean, they don't really have paywalls, so I don't know why I guess League. But I know League's a free-to-play game, and it has in-game currency, but people would still pay or use real money to get characters and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if that was like a really dumb answer, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that was a really hard one. Just pros and cons list.
Sorry.
I think we're all right. You ready for your last one?
My other ones were super easy. Okay?
I feel like I've done easy with like for all yours. All right, you ready?
Yes.
It has a nice graphic and some interesting dynamics, but community is full of babies and griefers. It takes hours to end missions, and you start earning money only after 30 to 60 minutes of constant play. This game is slow. Slow in getting treasures, slower in selling them.
Oh,
a good session could last 4 hours. It's a job, not a game. All of that just to buy new awful skins because good ones are behind a paywall. Every time you start a new season, you have to lose even more time because you have to repeat. That was session. So new session, not season. Because you have to lose even more time because you have to repeat things when you start the game, like customization.
Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
At first I was like treasures. I was thinking, it left my brain.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, you're looking at me, but I have no idea.
What game are you playing right now? Not Horizon. The other one that's in the series. Assassin's Creed. I briefly thought it was Assassin's Creed, and then I was like, wait a second. I got this. And the dang customization thing, every time you start a new game, is annoying. The skins are just ugly no matter where. Those characters are so ugly, but I still enjoy it. But yeah, community full of babies and griefers, definitely it takes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I read this, I was like, this is easy, but I mean, she'll probably get it.
I appreciate it. Okay. So, just to recap.
You're winning.
Yeah. Okay. This is criminal to have put out a game this awful. Now, I warn you, there's a lot of redacted in this one. Being the only simulation redacted game on the market, it is absurd that Redacted somehow got their exclusivity renewed by putting out garbage year in and year out. This game's focus is on microtransactions and has been for years. The release was a debacle with so many server issues, and to top it off, not only does it have the same glitches as in years past, but it also introduced new ones like no lines on the Redacted, rainbow-colored Redacted, to name a few. If this game didn't have the redacted license,
Okay, there's a lot of redacted.
I told you.
And I don't like that.
No one would think twice of buying this rubbish. So sad we have been subjected to such trash. I hope one day we are treated with a simulation redacted game with the redacted license that we deserve. One that does not rely on scripting and animations, a franchise that is engaging, game modes that are part of the game over 10 years ago, a game that shows it was made with care. One can only hope. If I had not taken out those words, it would have been so obvious.
Oh. Well, then I feel like I should have went through and redacted some of the ones.
No, I'll tell you what they are after, and you'll understand why I couldn't. Like they were pronouns. Like they were specific things.
Being the only simulation game on the market, somehow got theirs renewed by putting out garbage year in, year out. I mean, whenever I hear garbage, year in, year out or whatever, that just makes me think of Call of Duty, but you already did a Call of Duty. This game's focus is on microtransactions and it's been for years. Okay. The release has issues. See, I just kind of get thrown off. Like, no lines on the redacted rainbow color. Like, what?
Don't let the rainbow color throw you off. Even when I know what word I took out, I still don't get it. So don't let that. Don't let that hold you up. I can't speak.
Is this like a simulation game? Like, pressure washing simulation. I mean, because it's used simulation a few times, so I don't know if they're actually referring to a simulation game or they're just saying it's a
I had not ever thought of it as being a simulation game, but when I read that, I was like, I guess it is also considered that.
Okay. A couple games come to mind.
Okay. Talk it out.
I'm sorry, I just keep reading it over and over. Okay. A couple things came to mind. Assassin's Creed was one of them. They didn't really have microtransactions before, though. That was mostly more of the newer games where they do come out with other stuff. And the other one is Sims. Because some people may think Sims is a, simulation game because you're, of how it is. And they put out a bunch of different content. I guess maybe each year with just, the different expansions or whatever, which is basically, I guess, microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't let the simulation hold you up. Like I said, I'd never thought of it being a simulation game before. It's not like Farming Sim.
Yeah.
Where it's in the name.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I was thinking of, Sims and Assassin's Creed, because you wouldn't think that. But with you saying...
Sims is literally simulation. How
is that the name?
You are simulating a person having a life.
I'm doing that in almost every game.
Yeah. Called Sims.
Oh my word.
It's a simulation game. Okay.
So it's clearly not either one of those.
I don't remember what the other one was.
I said Assassin's Creed, wasn't it?
I'm not answering that. I was just making a point about how you didn't think Sims was a simulation
Well, then I'll just go with Assassin's Creed because I don't know another game.
It is Madden. Madden 21 to be specific. So the sentence here reads, this is criminal to have put out a game this awful, being the only NFL simulation football game. You see why I had to take those words out?
Yeah.
On the market is absurd that
I wasn't even thinking sports
EA
games.
Sports somehow got their exclusivity. Yeah.
I mean,
year after year. No lines on the field. Rainbow colored coaches. I don't get that. I didn't play the game.
Yeah, I don't get that.
NFL either. License. Like, I had to take those words out. But see how it's like a simulation football game with the NFL license we deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have much hope after you didn't go anywhere close to sports games.
Yeah.
So you're a 2 out of 5, Nick.
I know. I think next time I'll be harder. I feel like I gave easy ones.
So what am I, a 4 out of 5?
I think so.
That's right, folks. Heard it here first.
It's okay. You gotta find something to win at because it's not the board games.
I'm sorry to mention this, but this will be my last episode of Out of the Box Gaming Podcast.
She's lying. I'm calling her bluff. All right, so we're going to move on to, let us know how you did, if you got them all right or not in the Discord.
A 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10.
All right, well, we're going to move on to our nostalgia game of the week. This is where we spin a wheel that has a bunch of games that give us that nostalgia feel, and whatever it lands on, we'll talk about. And we are running out of ones, and I need to add more. But if you have any suggestions to add, please go to the Discord and drop some games in there, and we'll add them.
You could have been spinning while talking, man.
Time
is money.
Life. Life. As in the board game.
Oh.
No.
I'm just kidding. My life is great.
Yeah, so, I mean, I played this a lot when I was younger, especially when I went over to my dad's house.
No, but I mean, my parents still have our childhood copy of the game.
I think when that was the only time I really played it was over there.
Yeah. The board games are much fancier now.
Yeah, I bet they are.
At that wheel, I mean, I just always had fun spinning the wheel.
Yeah. I still can hear the plastic pegs hitting against the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean,
I don't know how it is now. I just know every time, I don't know. I just know there was times where when I played, I always wanted to try to get to, I think, through the college part because, you get a better job, you get more money.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my family,
true.
Yeah. And then with my family, whenever we would play, anytime we got to the part where you would, get wed or whatever, you had to say the name of the person that you were, marrying in the game.
Why would they do that?
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they wanted to be mean and hear the name of who you're crushing on.
I was gonna say, would you always pick your crush?
Yeah. No, that's what we did.
It's fun. Yeah. And I don't think there's ever been a time in my adult life where I'm like, man, I could really use a rowdy game of life right now. Because I'm like, I'm already living it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're going to move on to the Out of the Box Gaming News. Welcome to Out of the Box Game News with Lindsay Picard. Thanks for doing something there.
Start. I couldn't say the welcome. I couldn't introduce myself.
I mean, you could have.
But that was a lot of fun. After 6 years and 2 updates, Capcom is finally moving on from Street Fighter V and it's officially announced Street Fighter VI. Revealed on the PlayStation blog, the PSVR 2 headset was inspired by the curved white and black look of the PS5, but the headset itself was designed to match the orb look of the Sense VR controllers. Minnesota store Punch-Out Gaming reportedly had around $250,000 worth of Pokemon merch stolen by a thief who broke through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. They left the plushies. Next year's Call of Duty reportedly delayed to 2024. If Treyarch's next Call of Duty game doesn't come out next year, it'll break Activision's 18-year annual release streak started by 2005's Call of Duty 2. And lastly, Elden Ring is currently one of the best reviewed games in modern history. The PlayStation 5 version of Elden Ring has a score of 97, tied with the likes of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Grand Theft Auto V HOW, Metroid Prime, and a few others. Yeah, the first game I looked up on Metacritic was Elden Ring.
Same here, but there's no user critics yet.
Yeah, but also the score was so high, I was like, okay, I'm not touching this.
Well, no, that's why I wanted to find, like, I mean, from what I've seen, I can't really trust the, like, all these critics for how much they're praising the game, because I feel like you can't, I mean, I've seen where people are like, I mean, they don't dare, criticize these Souls-like games because they're the fan base for it, would just tear you a new one. So,
did you see some of the the fan critic reviews for Horizon Forbidden West?
No, I haven't looked at that.
They weren't great, my man.
I mean, like, that's why I want to see what some people are going to say for, Elden Ring. Because from what I see, like, I'm not big on the Souls games, like all the ones that they've done.
Is that like Dark Souls?
Yeah, Dark Souls. Okay. They did a few other ones. The only Souls-like game that I played is the Jedi Fallen Order, which, to me is, I get, like, I consider it a Souls-like game of, like, how, the bosses are or whatever, and yeah. But I never got into those other ones, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, was it Sakura? I don't know. I can't remember.
Security? Oh, wait.
I never got into those. But I did watch a video where a person reviewed it, and the game looks better, but to me, the graphics of the game, I know games aren't all about graphics, but the graphics of it don't look like, they look a few years old, in my opinion.
Which does not make me want to buy a new game when the graphics look dated.
And I know some people will probably, disagree with me, but I mean, like, that's how I feel. Like, if I wanted to compare it to Forbidden West, and, we saw a TikTok last night where a person went to the photo mode or whatever, and they were zooming in, like, on the hand, and you can see every pore on the skin or whatever, and then, like, all the different things. It was incredible. So, but like I said, I know graphics aren't, everything, and I'm sure gameplay is good. And then I did see in the review that the game is not as punishing as, like, the other ones, where, you won't die as much. I mean, you'll probably still die, but you probably won't die as much as you would before.
They haven't seen me play.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, Capcom, for finally moving on.
Yeah, I don't even know how long it's...
Did you like take notes from the Grand Theft Auto people?
I don't even know how on earth that Grand Theft Auto 5 has a very high score. Like, don't even know.
It's the ladies in there.
Also, Call of Duty, it's time to just break that streak and don't even worry about continuing that streak. Like, you don't need to poop out a new Call of Duty every year.
I want to send a condolences card to this Minnesota store.
I mean, nobody who like apparently they just don't want the plushies.
There was just so much in that sentence that I was not prepared for because I did not read it ahead of time, which in this case worked out perfectly. Broke through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man, and they did not take the plushies. Hope y'all had insurance.
They probably did. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to that trivia question. So hope you've been thinking about it.
Yeah. If you remember, and if you don't, the question was, what United States president was asked and declined to voice the in-game president character in Fallout 3? I'm guessing it wasn't like Roosevelt. Oh, did you want me to give the answer?
Oh, I didn't know if you were or not.
Oh, hey, Nick, what's the answer?
The answer is Bill Clinton. It's probably best that we didn't have him to be the voice of the president in Fallout 3.
Was he busy at the time? Was Monica? Sorry.
Cool. Yeah, hopefully y'all did a good job on that trivia question. Let us know if you got it right.
He did not have relations. As we wrap up this episode, we want you to be able to contact us and check us out on other media platforms. How can they do that?
Well, we have a handy dandy link tree where you can go. It's at OOTB_gaming. Inside there, you can find the Discord.
That's where you can find us.
YouTube, where we put, these sessions up.
Maybe you're already on YouTube, and this is
Instagram.
Link tree inception.
TikTok, where we've been going through all the board games that we own.
I posted 5 TikToks this week.
Lindsay has been on it. We have a lot of board games to get through. I think
we are buying them at a faster rate than we are playing them.
Whose fault is that?
Played 16 out of our almost 110, and it's the end of February.
Yep.
I'm starting to panic.
So yeah, basically anything there you can find us. Also check out our Patreon, where I keep saying that we're going to update our perks, and we have not yet. But one of the perks is you will get a shout out on the episode.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Please make sure you leave a review on our podcast on whichever platform you found us on. And you know what? You'd probably be our first one, so come on. Thanks for listening, and please join us next time.
This has been Out of the Box Gaming with Nick and Lindsay, and until next time, keep gaming.